Hi, everybody. This is Tom with Culture Chap. So, today I wanted to talk to you about the forgotten ensemble. Have you forgotten to direct your ensemble members? It happens, but it shouldn't happen. And ensemble members, have you been complaining that you have nothing to do, that you've gotten no direction? That happens too. Both situations should not happen. So, I have some solutions. If you've watched my other video about Servant of Two Masters, you'll know that I recommended watching on YouTube the 1976 version of ACT San Francisco's version of Taming of the Shrew, which was done in an Italian commedia style. It was extremely successful and it holds up today. It's a very, very good show. And the style of the way they're performing it in commedia, Italian commedia, really suits the script well. Now, if you look at this video and you start to notice, like, oh, well, there's a tailor. He brings a dress, there's an argument. I don't see this guy again. That's because he was part of the ensemble. When you need a character that's only in one scene or two scenes and you have ensemble members, they can come in and play that part, okay, and go back into the ensemble. In Taming of the Shrew, when they go back into the ensemble, they put on a mask usually. Usually. Depends on the scene. But there are a lot of ensemble members on stage being the chorus. This works well. So, in any show you have where you need extra people for extra scenes, why aren't you adding them in to all the scenes? People shopping, people at a restaurant, that kind of thing. And when you need that single character, they can come out of the ensemble, do their lines, and then go back into the ensemble. It's fine. They're people of the town. They're people of the restaurant. They're people of the area, the world that you're trying to create. It gives an excellent chance for actors that don't usually get the leads to show you what they can do, how well they can take direction. Now, frequently, I find the problem is that people are so busy with the leads and the choreography and the singing and whatever else they're doing in the show that the ensemble gets forgotten about. It becomes this, not game, but this scenario of like, well, you're on stage in this scene, just hang out. Hang out doing what? So you've forgotten to give them anything to do. Why aren't you giving this assignment, if you're getting so busy, to your assistant director? They're there to learn, but they're also there to do what you need them to get done, to help you build this show, to think of the solutions that you can't think of, to handle the problems that unforeseen before you don't have time for because something else has come up or you don't have the skill for. I didn't realize there's a quick change here and now we have a huge problem. Hey, assistant director, can you figure this out or go to the costume people, the wardrobe people, and try and figure it out with the actress? Oh, you can get dressed at an earlier time and then just, underdress those things and just take them away, and the quick change goes much faster. Problem solved. These are assignments for your assistant director. So the ensemble is not assignments for is the choreographer or anybody else or your stage manager. It's not their job to fix that problem for you. Now, ensemble members, you feel like you're forgotten about. And the reality is, maybe you are, but that wasn't the intention. So stop complaining, stop whining about it, and do something. Just pick something. You're there in the scene. You know what's going on. You've been there the whole time during rehearsal. You know what's going on in the scene, and you can see the trouble or the new weird dilemma. There's a quick change we didn't know about. There's choreography we didn't know about. There's action over here we didn't know about. And for some reason, this is taking much longer than intended with the direction. Or just something happened in our setup that we didn't allow enough time to really handle the ensemble and what they're doing. So do something. You're the people of the town shopping in the town. Then shop. Do something. Don't stand in a line with your thumbs in your pockets saying, he said hang out. Yeah, that's hanging out, but you need busy work, okay? You need busy work that's not going to distract. You need busy work that's going to create an interesting tableau, an interesting picture on the stage, different levels, different spaces where you stand. I find that the ensemble often seems to line up. You can't do this. We need different levels of where you stand, kneeling, this and that. Busy work is anything. Oh, my character has to tie his shoe. Oh, my character has to tie his other shoe. Oh, my character has an itch. Oh, my character wants to sell this thing in my bag to this other person and they don't want it. Anything that suits the scene, okay? Whatever you want. Oh, my character is looking at this book and showing my friend, this other character, this book. Not this book, but some interesting looking book. You know, you can ask for a prop, you can ask for anything. Oh, there's a bunch of eggs in this basket. Oh, look at that. You know, whatever you need, because the director will tell you, ah, I get it, thank you, but that, what you're doing at this particular moment, is too distracting, okay? Or maybe, ensemble, you are very funny, okay? Maybe the scene needs reactions like, oh, she did that? I'm reacting to the lead on the stage. Is that okay? We're in the same scene, we're in the same plane of existence. Do we hear this thing that's happening to the leads? Will that help emphasize what the lead characters are going through? That might be something. Make suggestions. Now, I don't mean like every time the scene starts, what if we do this? What if we do that? What if we do that? Get together on your own with the assistant director. That's good. And say, well, we can't just sit there like bumps on a log because that's very conspicuous. But we have these ideas of small things we can do to create a good stage picture. It's always a good phrase to say. We want to create a good stage picture, support what's happening on the stage, be interesting without detracting. These are all good phrases to say. And the assistant stage director will have this in their mind. The ensemble was thinking of doing this. Does that fit with your vision? Because everything's coming through director. However, whatever anyone, whoever thinks of it, is what I'm trying to get at. I'm tripping over my words. Whoever thinks of the idea, it all goes through the director. So give it all to the assistant director. Hopefully they're more experienced. They're not just some first-time student who's too chicken to bring up like, the ensemble's talking to me about this. What do you think? Director, producer, if the assistant director is put in this position, remember, it's not them saying it. It's the idea from the ensemble. They created it because they're trying to participate, and you want them to participate, okay? They can't just sit through every rehearsal doing nothing because you didn't tell them anything to do. Because often in this situation, the problems on the stage, they keep lasting and they keep amplifying. Or it's going so well, it's like, oh, we can build in this comedic part. So it keeps amplifying, and you've kept forgetting to talk to the ensemble at all. And suddenly the show is opening, and you've never given them a direction. There's a lot of shows like this. It's really bad. It's really bad. It's not what your patrons are coming to see. They're coming to see a complete show where everything is thought about. So let your assistant director handle some of these things. If you don't usually have an assistant director, but you have massive shows, and you start to realize, this is a problem, then start finding assistant directors. There's many of them out there that want the experience. And they have ideas. They're not trying to take your direction from you. They're trying to help. They're trying to be a team on the trying to be a member of the directing team. That's what that is, okay? So, ensemble members, be more brave. Don't be the forgotten ensemble. And directors, producers, remember that they're there, and they're there to enhance the play, okay? Wow. I'm very passionate about this topic. I see it in a lot of shows where I'm like, whoops, somebody wasn't paying attention, or they got too busy. Often I see it with shows that have a fight scene, and they never really tell where the ensemble were to go, and then they're suddenly in the way. I'm like, oh, either that fight went totally the wrong direction, or they never spoke to the ensemble about when to get out of the way, when to stand firm, or other scenes where it's a lot of like the ensemble members nodding at each other, and you're like, somebody wasn't paying attention. Really makes me mad. Okay. That's right. I'm foaming at the mouth. Okay. Don't be the forgotten ensemble. That's the point. and don't make them forgotten. It's a whole show. All right. Please subscribe. We'll talk again. Thanks for watching. Bye.